This is Gaylord, Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They are excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback Keith. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run pitch by this defense. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. On the move. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice pump.
Gonna let it fly. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Slippery slide. Find it. the extra point to finish the drive. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Johnson. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the
deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Thanks to Grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They go back to the hot hand. They fed him on this drive. They want to get touches to their wide receiver, the guy that can really change the game with his speed on the outside. Nice job being aggressive in the red zone. I say aggressive, getting to the edge quickly with that little touch pass, get it to your playmaker, and let him get a little bit of yardage.
On the run, it's Davidson. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. This one's complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sategna. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Rides to back and leaves it. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Keeps it on first down. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one at some point in this game. He's
maybe a crease. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Talk about having a day. We're not even done the first quarter yet. This receiver already has over 100 yards. Look out.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Pulls it on the option. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Escapes the pressure to his right. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback keeper. And some great 4th down defense against the run. Not much time left in the first, but you want to squeeze every ounce out of life that you can get, so we'll have one more snap. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a second down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on second and long. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner will be brought down. On the option. Just ran over it. Picks up the first down. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown Sooners! Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached Peter.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run in the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Slips through the line. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trucks through the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Clemson is quick to the line. Motion from the back. Defense in press coverage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
You don't see bat downs all the time. A lot of times guys break on the football, the defensive backs, and then trying to catch it and make a play. I like he knew where he was. He's in the end zone, not trying to give up points. Does a great job breaking on the football and swatting it to the ground.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged out of the air. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here's the pressure. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He uncorks one deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Goes to the option. Finds a little space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Finding some room. Got enough for the first. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Looking left. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside his own, and now the hit knocks it loose. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around, they're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field position.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running inside, it's Davidson. There he goes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with the Navy Midshipmen taking on the USF Bulls.
They'll snag it just inside the 10, and the returner is stopped. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the air.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he added the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand.
What an unbelievable one-handed grab by that wide receiver. David, there was nothing
That defender could have done on that play.
Yeah, and I don't know what you want these defenders to do. You're right, it was pretty good coverage, but you got so many receivers now that they run so fast, and you got these big targets out wide. And then guess what? They don't even need two hands anymore. You know why? Because these gloves are so sticky, it's amazing. You see them down the field, way down the field. Not like this was just a short pass. Just sticks that one mid up there and brings it in.
Swings it out to the flat. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Fights off a defender.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Throws it deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And, man, you got to love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. They'll go to the air. Under fire. Right on the money. Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Snags it, and he's open. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Running the red zone, it's Davidson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Tight end now in motion. Right back to the well. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. That one will give them the lead.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he has been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
Trying to push the lead to a field goal with his 2-point conversion attempt. To the air, it's Denson. Gets it out fast. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He rifles one deep down the right side. Right past midfield, They'll try to get the edge on the left. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
They'll run it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quarterback will keep it. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
He'll pull it down and run. Fires to the wideout. Caught on the left side by Wesco. Smashes ahead. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw...
It's a seam wide open. He's at the tag, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top. I mean, you better bring your big boy pads if you're going to play in this one.
Big boy pads, big boy helmet, big boy underwear. You better bring it all with you because these are two great teams. We talked about it all week. Mirror images, going at it. Who's going to make the plays late to take this over the top? From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Under fire. Makes the catch. On the move at the 30.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step?
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get him to third and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won second down and they got that big sack, they put him in the predictable third down. They win and probably force the punt.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Looking downfield on first down. Scrambling away. Fires on the move. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking to pass. It's Denson. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Timeout is called with just a single second left. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. What a tremendous effort on the final play of regulation, but we've got overtime coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run play action. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Staring at a third and long here in this first overtime possession. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting three on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Down by three, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. The run inside. It's Davidson. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Clemson is quick to the line. From the red zone, it's Davidson. Could be an alley. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up.
Looking for the end zone. He got it in.